What up, family? It's me, Rondough, aka Parnell Shuttlesworth, BKA your mom's homie, aka Young Ash Ketchum. I gotta catch 'em all. FKA Mr. Big Stuff. And my pronouns are Black Matrix. And I would like to welcome y'all to the Treehouse out of Chicago. This is 77 Tree Podcast in conjunction with the Bel Air Boys. Here, we discuss wrestling and all things associated with it. But right now, I would like to take some time to thank you all for checking us out, tuning in with the channel. If you like what you're hearing, if you enjoy the content, do me a favor, make sure that you're subscribed, make sure that you're following, make sure that you like and share the content. It does wonders for us on this end. It gives us the analytics that we need so we can continue to push out the content that y'all looking for. If you know anybody that might be interested, share the channel, share an episode, share a clip, do it for the squad. If you love God, you'll do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, well, I guess you telling us a lot about yourself. Anyway, let's get off into the episode. Today's January 26th, 2026 episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. This is the go-home episode of Raw before the Royal Rumble, Saturday, January 31st. This Rumble is turning out to be one of the biggest shows WWE have put on, most likely in the Triple H era. How big will it be has yet to be seen, but I can tell you one thing. As of Monday evening, the stadium was still not complete. So Saudi is building a stadium for the Rumble. They're custom building a stadium solely so WWE can hold the Royal Rumble there. They've also signed a Saudi Arabia wrestler that we have no content on. We have no information of. I forget his name right now, but mark my words, a Saudi wrestler that WWE has signed will be showing up at the Rumble. So that's a slide gone. That's why Finn Balor couldn't get in the Rumble. Anyway, I'm moving too fast. The Rumble starts off with views of the Riyadh Stadium. Raw is coming from Toronto, Ontario, Canada tonight. We get shots of Stephanie Vecchia backstage. We also get shots of the New Day in the barber chairs getting lined up. Grayson Waller with them. And then we get shots of the Vision. But the actual episode opens up with AJ Styles making his entrance. AJ comes down to the ring and he cuts a promo. And he says basically, look, I said 2026 was my final year. I didn't say it was happening this early. I know Gunther think he got something going on, but it ain't like. He said like he ain't planning on going nowhere anytime soon. On top of that, he's hoping to get one more run at the WWE Championship. You CM Punk's music. We get Punk making his way down to the ring. Now, off the top, you see it's all respect. It's all love between the two. I'm not sure what the issues were before. Most likely was Punk leaving WWE and trying to destroy the business the 10 years that he was gone. But I think these two had real life heat. I don't know the basis of it, but I feel like that's the case. Anyway, Punk gets in the ring and he asks AJ, like, what are you doing? Like, why would you put your career on the line against this dude, seeing what he has already been doing, seeing how he retired Goldberg, seeing how he retired John Cena? Why would you do that? AJ took that as disrespect. AJ say, sounds like you don't think I could beat him. Punk like, nah, that's not what I'm saying. I saw you beat him. I know you could beat him. I saw you beat him. I know that. I'm just saying, why risk it? You know, at the end of the day, AJ was in his feels about, and rightly so, about everything that's about to happen, that's about to take place. I believe this might be AJ Styles' final match in WWE. I think he might be going to TNA, but I think this might be his last run. Originally, I was like, there's no way he's not getting out of here at the Rumble in a regular match, and it's not going to be the main event. Like, if AJ, I'm thinking you don't retire AJ Styles unless it's a main event. But then I remember who's in charge. My boy don't care nothing about nobody retirement, and I feel like it's because he ain't get one. He be acting real shiesty, and man, anyway, these two going back and forth, they basically like, look, if you get into this match with Gunther and you lose, we'll never be able to get a people AJ Styles versus CM Punk. Punk like, let's do it now. But if we do it, we got to do it for the title. So main event, Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Then we get a quick recap of Saturday night main event. They run through the full matches. It was a great show. If you didn't check it out, do yourself a favor, go back and watch it. Hit YouTube and catch some highlights. Or come to the 773 podcast and listen to the review. Wink. Anyway, next we get the women of the Judgment Day. Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Big Mommy Cool, and Liv Morgan. They making their way to the ring. It's about to be a 6-women tag match, and they're going up against Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. Now, over Saturday night main event, Io Sky and Rhea successfully defended their WWE Women Tag Team titles against Liv and Roxanne. It was a really good match as well. So they just added Raquel and Stephanie because they also have a little rivalry that's heating up, and the rivalry is high. What they say on WWE 2K, the rivalry it's hot. It's I forget. I don't know. I ain't played WWE in a minute. The game is irritating. Anywho, they put these women, and it works. You got the Babyfaces on one side, Judgment Day, they're already a stable. These women get ready to square off. We started off with Roxanne and Io. They get a couple of quick spots in, uh, displays of athleticism. Then we get Stephanie and Liv Morgan in the ring. This is a match that I believe WWE wants for the WrestleMania weekend, and I can see it. They work well together. The chemistry seems to be there. You give them a couple of more matches that we could see on TV, and you'll probably be able to see what I was saying. During the match, Stephanie got to tease the devil's kiss on Liv. Raquel stopped that real quick. Liv and Raquel got some double team action, so to speak, on Rhea. Liv taunting Rhea on the outside of the ring, drawing her away from her corner, off of the apron, my apologies, for Raquel to just come up behind her, blindside her. But for the majority of this match, the team of Stephanie and Rio, that's Rhea and Io, Michael Cole says that's what they called them. They were in control of this match. It was fantastic action. Io took most of the damage in this match. Io and Roxy were in the ring. Roxy hit her signature windmill punches. I don't know what that move's called, but I see that she does it a lot. It's like she's just closing her eyes and swinging her arms like a real girl would fight. I don't know if that was PG. I don't know if anyway, it's sad. Liv and Roxy hit their double team move, which is that cold breaker into the Russian leg sweep. Only got the 2. Io was down and out. She was able to get the hot tag though for Rhea. Rhea came through wreck shop. She looked extremely dominant during this match. At no point did it look like she was in jeopardy. Even after taking some hits, she was clearly positioned in this match to be the muscle. Rhea hit the riptide on Roxy after a headbutt for the 3. And that's how we close that match off. Stephanie, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky win with a stare down against the Heels, Judgment Day outside the ring. Cut to backstage. We got CM Punk walking around, and then we see Finn Balor pull up on him, and he like, yo, I basically wanted to let you know everything you said about me last Monday meant a lot, and I didn't get a chance to get them flowers back to you. I wanted to tell you thank you, and you gave me one of the best matches of my career. And it was a really good match. It was in Ireland, Finn Balor's place. He was obviously, distraught because he didn't win that match and the title. But Punk told him, look, you want to be the best, man, you know what you need to do. You want to go for the WWE Championship. You want to be the leader. You want to be the man. You got to get away from Dominic Mysterio. You got to lead a Judgment Day. Punk walk off, and then you get the shot on Finn. Like he's contemplating it. Like his brain is percolating. The Vision make their way towards the ring. Now, as the Vision are making their way towards the ring, we get a commercial break. But it's not a commercial. It's an ad for the new WWE 2K26 game that's coming out. Pre-order January 30th, which is Friday. I will be purchasing. It's Paul Heyman talking to Triple H and giving him ideas and scenarios for different members of the Vision to be on the cover of the new game. And he goes through all of them. He mentions Logan Johnson, of course, Austin Theory. He even comes up with a plan for Brock Lesnar. And Triple H is like not dismissing him, hearing what he's saying, and like, well, you got potential. I could see that. Makes sense. At the end of it, Triple H is like, I'm sure 2K will come up with something good. Or I'm sure 2K has a great idea. Whatever, something along those lines. They walk out into the lobby or the main corridor of some arena. You hear it's all about the game. And Heyman's got that smirk on his face. Triple H looks far off into the distance and he asks Heyman, how did you pull this off? And it's a giant photo of Triple H, the game, as the cover wrestler for the deluxe edition of the WWE game, the King of Kings edition. I'm salty. I'm sick. Y'all know how I feel about my man being all over the videos, all on the songs. My man on everything. Now he's the featured wrestler on the deluxe edition of the WWE game. My boy ain't wrestled in a good 10 years. He can't wrestle anymore. His heart won't allow it. He needs to be seen and heard at all times. We know you run the show. We know you signing it off. If he would have just did what he needed to do and stopped worrying about what everybody else was thinking, we don't care that The Rock is your boss. You care that The Rock is your boss. You the one that keeps signing wrestlers from my apologies. You the one that keeps signing wrestlers from AEW and then burying them or putting them in the background. The only wrestlers he pushed, let me rephrase that. It took Jade having to be retrained and they had her in the background for like 7 or 8 months doing so. Then when she came to the roster, it took another 2 years before she got the title. And now she's injuring wrestlers. Everybody else, they go to NXT and they get their weight up. We know who Ethan Page is. We know who Ricky Saints is. I mean, maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm going too far off. My thing is this. I used to be a big Triple H fan, big DX fan. Still am for DX, straight up. But Triple H is Triple H is a foul dude. What's up? You could see, like, there is a video coming where I go off about the fact that Triple H is on all of the advertising, and those spots should be going to premier wrestlers, should be going to WWE superstars, should be going to up and coming talent. Why is Triple H on all the voiceovers? Why is Triple H on every commercial? Why is he in every commercial? Man, look, check it out. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to take a break. I'm going to woosah, give me a little something to sip on. When we come back, we're going to go right back into the episode. As you see, I got the Royal Rumble t-shirt on. That's the Kane, Stone Cold, and The Rock. I want to say 2000. I really want to say this was 2000. But when we come back, we're going to finish off the episode, pick it up. The Vision is in the ring. Paul Heyman's about to cut a promo. He's about to go off about the fact that Adam Pearce is overstepping his bounds and getting way out of line. Y'all hang on. We'll be right back. And we back. Yes, sir. Let's get right back into it. So we got the Vision in the ring, and Paul Heyman is preparing to tear into Adam Pearce about the fact that Adam Pearce has consistently put his hands on his clients. Not to mention, it seemed to look like he planted them brass knuckles on the apron of the ring, which led to Rey Mysterio using them on Austin Theory so that him, Penta, and Dragon Lee were able to pick up that victory. During that situation, Adam Pearce, that earlier in the show, told Paul Heyman to keep his client, Braun Breaker, in control. If he didn't, he'll be down there to deal with it. Braun ended up coming down there, and if you saw the episode, you know, left Earth for a few seconds when he speared Dragon Lee on the outside. Braun ran down full speed, got air, took flight, hit Dragon Lee. They pretty much demolished that team in the ring. Adam Pearce came in and grabbed Braun, spent him around, which led to Braun grabbing Adam Pearce by his lapels and basically stuffing him into the bottom of the corner. Adam Pearce obviously didn't like that. So when they got backstage, he suspended Braun. While this situation was taking place, Paul Heyman had put in a call or a text. He hit somebody's line. Whoever Paul Heyman contacted hit up Adam Pearce and told him, "You take care of this." Adam Pearce was shook. I could speculate for days who I think it was, but I really don't know for sure. I would love for WWE to tell us and not just let this waver and then fade to black. This is a critical part to this story. Somebody came and changed Adam Pearce's whole frame of thinking. Check it out. After Paul Heyman got through ripping through Adam Pearce, he invited him to the ring. Adam Pearce proceeds to enter the ring and apologize for the fact that he allowed things to go too far. He put his hands on Braun Breaker and he said he apologizes and he wanted him and the rest of the division to know that it will never happen again. On top of that, before Heyman was able to say anything, just cut him off and was like, "You want me to reinstate your client? You want me to add him to the Rumble? You got it. He's in the Rumble. He's reinstated." Heyman proceeds to talk again. Adam Pearce cuts him off one more time and say, "You know what? You also want the rest of the members of the Vision in. So Logan, Bronson, Austin, all of them are also in the Rumble. And because Austin Theory was done a disservice last Monday, he will get a rematch against Rey Mysterio one-on-one, which is all cool for the Vision, but it was the way in which Adam Pearce delivered this information as well as executed it. So we'll fast forward through this match. No disrespect, but Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio have great chemistry. And I mainly believe it's because Austin Theory is a true student of the game. I was thinking about it. Theory might be 25, 26. He is a real life product of the Attitude Era. It's 2026. If Theory's 25, 26, he was conceived during the heyday. He pulled up right before the Ruthless Aggression era. He might be the very first pure WWE born and bred wrestler that comes from the Attitude Era. I know he's athletic. I know he's good. He sells his tail off. He's one of the best. Like, I see why, like, he who shall not be named has an eye for the product. I see why he took him under his wing. When he's giving offense, he looks believable. When he's receiving it, he sells, and he sells better than anybody. We're talking about Brock Lesnar taking damage. We're talking about Dolph Ziggler level selling. He's doing work. I get it now. Him and Rey Mysterio have wrestled a few times already, of course, and they also done the house show They've also done the house show junket. They have great back and forth. The reason we're fast forwarding through the match because all it led to was Rey Mysterio being out there with Dragon Lee and Penta, mixing it up with Austin Theory and the Vision. Logan Paul ran over to the other side where they were and pushed Dragon Lee. Penta super kicked Logan Paul. Bronson Reed came through and he threw Dragon Lee into the barricade. Rey Mysterio poked his head out to try to, see what was going on. When he came back in the ring, Theory stomped him, got the 3 and the victory. So he got his get back on Rey Mysterio. Then the Vision proceeded to demolish Penta, Rey, and Dragon Lee. Not so much Rey though, because during that match, Rey Mysterio suffered some injury. I can't remember what it was, but the ref definitely threw the X up. So the beatdown angle after the match was just Dragon Lee and Penta. Braun speared Dragon Lee. Then he speared Penta. He speared Penta twice, and then he speared Dragon Lee. It was like, I said that wrong. He speared Penta, then he speared Dragon Lee, then he speared Penta again. Logan Paul hit the frog splash on Dragon Lee. Bronson hit the tsunami on Penta. At no time did Adam Pearce come through and try to stop this. At no point did security come through to try to nothing. So I don't know what's going on, but this ain't like, my Lord, if this angle doesn't pay off, I'm going to lose my cool on WWE. They have a knack for starting storylines and then just leaving them and never addressing them again. And I don't like, and I just want to know who it was. Was it The Rock? Was it Hunter? Was it Scott Steiner? Who was it? I turn my head around, man. I'm too angry. We get a promo from Natty. She couldn't a promo on Maxine. How Maxine let her down. How she failed Natty. And I don't know if that's by losing the title or what the case is with that. Again, WWE dropped the ball here. They played this angle out backwards. I've already ran through it in my previous videos, but basically what they did was had Maxine fight. They had Maxine fight for Becky's title. When Maxine got the opportunity, she didn't feel like she was worthy enough. She said she needed to go train. We go forward 7 days. We get no footage. We get no signs that she trained. We just get her word and she gets the match and she wins. After that, 7 days go past. Then we get the videos of Maxine training. 7 days go past again. We get another video of Maxine training again. You see, them videos should have came before that match against Becky so we can see what we're dealing with. What they did was did it out of order, which led to commentators constantly having to tell us the aggression level that Maxine now displays. You wouldn't have to constantly tell us that if you showed us the videos in the beginning. What happened? She wrestled. She said she wasn't worthy. She needed time to train. She left for a week and came back prepared. And how will we know this? That seemed like somebody messed up something. But after that, we get Raquel walking backstage. She trying to locate Adam Pearce. Obviously, she hot about what's happening with her and stuff. As she's moving around, she running to Bailey on the phone, and we talking about the role model. So the role model like, hey, stupid, I'm on the phone. Stop being loud. Raquel walk up in Bailey's face, and Bailey like, hey, she turned into the hugger real quick. I'm just saying. And then Lyra walked in. Anyway, Raquel walk off on both of them. She trying to find Adam Pearce because she want him to know, look, I need Stephanie. And while she's moving, Stephanie pull up on her, get to jumping her. Stephanie vicarious being the aggressor on Raquel. And over the past couple of weeks, Raquel's been jumping Stephanie and laughing at her. But now we see Stephanie's back healthy. The ankle seems to be fine, whatever that's about. But yeah, Stephanie gonna gets an attack on Raquel. Now, during the break, and I want to say this, we know if you are a fan of WWE, my apologies. If you are a fan of WWE and you subscribe to the Netflix or the ESPN, you understand the annoyance that comes with seeing the commercials if you're not like a premier a subscriber. If you're not a premium subscriber, for instance, I had the regular tier on Netflix. I watch Netflix here and there, nothing crazy, but I got to see what's happening on Raw. Raw puts up 7 parts of commercials that equal up to 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes every time. The way to avoid that, going top tier or grabbing a VPN. My homeboy was talking about the VPN. I had always heard about them in other YouTube videos and wondered, like, I hear they explain it, but I'm like, yeah, I still don't really fully understand. I could tell you straight up and down what it does. It allows you to take whatever your server is and move it to wherever you want to be at and watch what they watch and see what they saying. I'm all about that. And I'm just now tapping in. With this, I'm able to see WWE events and PLEs without having to, you know what I'm saying? With the other stuff, the VPN is not expensive and it's worth it. And you can maneuver it and take time, learn it, check it out, figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, navigate through it. And I'm almost positive you'll get your money's worth within 45 days, probably 30. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee. Sorry, guys, I've had a few shots, but I'm not sorry. This was necessary. Y'all don't know what I've gone through to record this GD episode. Anywho, I said all that about the VPN because during the commercials that the regular basic tier subscriber sees, when they're seeing commercials, 7 parts of commercial equaling 3 minutes, WWE is still putting out content. They're doing backstage interviews. They're doing interviews from the audience, So this is what took place. This is what took place on the episode during a commercial. If you were basic tier, you saw commercials. If you were subscribed or viewing from a different country, VPN, this is what you saw. You got a shot of Javon Evans declaring for the Royal Rumble. Javon Evans declared for the Rumble. You got a video package of Roman Reigns declaring for the Royal Rumble. And then you got a pre-recorded Gunther and Michael Cole interview that I was like, hey, yo, all of this is very much necessary. And they constantly putting Javon Evans segments on commercial breaks. You can't keep telling me Triple H ain't like that when he keep doing stuff like that. Where are the street profits? I'm just saying. I'm real life asking. They just signed Powerhouse Hobbs, who is supposed to be coming over as Royce Keys. That name is sick. Yeah, we gonna see what he do because Triple H done got hounded so much about being that type, that way, that kind of dude. I heard that for 2026, they going all out on African American professional wrestler. They going all out on the WWE. Like the WWE is going all out far as looking for black entertainers, black wrestlers. They did a stint in Orlando where the focus was African American professional wrestlers, not bodybuilders, not athletes, wrestlers. So you can see he trying to change the narrative. Why would you have to try to change it so much? Why would you have to try to change it so much if that's not even what it is anyway? Come on now. Anyway, all of that happened during the commercial. But after that Gunther interview, which was very good, very Attitude Era reminiscent, they sat across from each other. Michael Cole asked him, why would he do this to AJ Styles? Why would he want to do this? Gunther was like he had no incentive. But with this incentive, he had no reason to not want to get AJ out of here. He don't care for the old timers. He's not about that. It's not about nostalgia for Gunther. It's about him. Like his time is now. He's the greatest wrestler of this generation. He feels that. He has a pedigree. You could you could argue because my man goes on winning streaks like the Warriors in 15, 16. Like he's a dominant force. He bet not destroy Obafemi. I know that's out of context, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Obafemi finna call. He's in the Rumble as well. But we gonna see what Hunter do with these cats, man. Gunther also intimidates Michael Cole. Mentions how, he could beat up Michael Cole. He couldn't do nothing about it. At the end of the day, Gunther is being positioned as the biggest heel, the biggest bad guy that WWE has. And it works. He's the foreign heel. He's the bad guy from the other country. They haven't had one of these in a long time. It couldn't have been Rusev, and they tried that. Couldn't have been Sheamus, and they tried it. Alberto Del Rio, he did somewhat good at it, but he popped better as a babyface. Not to mention that guy's a POS. So he won't be back. Don't look for him here. Don't look for him in AAA. But again, the way that they're positioning Gunther, it works. I'm here for it. I get it. I don't want him to beat AJ Styles Saturday. And it potentially could be on the table. Now, I ain't gonna even hold you. The next thing we got coming up is Jey Uso making that long ass entrance. Coming from the concession stand, through the crowd, and yeeting. And my boy not even wrestling. He not even on the card. He's sitting in the audience, commentating, and that's what I'm talking about. They not turning him heel. People tired of the yeet. People tired of the entrance. People tired of Jay as a main eventer. That's why he's back as a tag team champion, because he's a sale. My boy sells merch. The good guy for the kids, and we don't got Cena no more. He will. Sergeant Slaughter turning over in his grave right now. They not turning Jay heel and lose all them sales. They too terrified about it. Not to mention, now they got proof. They tried to turn John Cena heel, and it did not go the way they wanted it to. It did not pan out the way they wanted it to. But I digress. The reason Jay is making his way to the ring is because he's going to be commentating for this fatal four-way of tag teams. We got the Creed brothers going up against the Americanos, New Day, and Alpha Academy. Now, as these guys are making their entrance, we see Finn Balor backstage and Liv run into him. Or should I say he runs into Liv. And she asks him, like, look, you gonna listen to that shit that CM Punk was talking about? You think anybody was really rocking with you? You think anybody was really messing with you? The only people who had your back is the people who got your back now, and that's the Judgment Day, your family. And Finn hit her with a look. It ain't that simple. And he walked off, planting the seeds for a face Finn. Give me what I want. Batista voice. Babyface Finn leaving the Judgment Day. That's an automatic push. Man, y'all better put some respect on his name. Y'all forget he was the first Universal Champion. Y'all treat my boy like Carmelo Anthony. Put some respect on his name, man. Finn Balor is goated. New Japan, Bullet Club, and what they do, bring him to WWE and water him down. They ruined the Demon Balor character to the point where he didn't want to do it anymore because every time they did it wrong. That's like one of the coldest characters in wrestling, and he don't even want to pull it out no more. Pause. How do I manage to do that every episode? Somebody need to clip this. Because every episode I drop one of those and it don't never be on purpose. Anyway, Kofi and Bravo start the match off. You get shows of athleticism from both competitors. This match, I was a little confused by it. There's 4 separate teams. So what happens is there's one-on-one in the ring. You can tag whoever you want and you don't have to tag your own teammate. So the key is to have one of your team members in the ring to gain the pinfall. So there's times where there's 2 whole factions, teams, whatever you want to call them, just standing watching the match, which seems counterproductive as hell, but whatever. Adam Pearce is on the phone, and at one point, Adam Pearce is on the phone backstage. Finn Balor pulls up on him like, look, I want to get in the Rumble. Pearce tells him, there's no more slots. Rumble's full. Finn is sick. Last Monday, he lost to CM Punk, and he lost the title. I mean, he lost a shot at the title. He was going for it and did not get it. My boy is going through it right now. Liv just chin checked him, but she's manipulating him, but it's working. But I digress. In this match, the Creed brothers and New Day are the heels, and they start off pretty hot. They take control during the match, the early parts of it anyway. They are demolishing Tozawa. Everybody's just beating up Tozawa, putting work in on my boy unnecessarily in a fashion that I was not prepared for. The New Day and the Americanos, they tagging in and out, boots the asses on Tozawa. At some point, after taking some damage, Tozawa gets the hot tag on Otis, and Otis comes in and he clears the scene. He allows Tozawa to recuperate. Otis hits the caterpillar, but he only gets the 2. I forget who he hits it on, but he got his spot in. He comes over, tag Tozawa. Tozawa laid over the top rope. He looks out of it. Otis said something to Tozawa, and Tozawa teed up like that boy just hit some smelling salt. He got up to the top rope. Tozawa was in the middle of the ring with all 3 other teams and put hands on everybody. He started swinging like Roxanne Perez and was getting busy. Then hit 3 consecutive suicide dives. 3 of them. Hit one set of teams, slid back in the ring. Hit another set of teams, slide back in the ring. Hit a third set of teams, slide back in the ring. And he charging up, and the crowd is into it. I forget how lit Tozawa be, and he got this crowd behind him. Fast forward to the end of the match, man. My man Tozawa goes to the top rope, hits a from the heavens senton. My boy got so much air when he came down. There was no way Buddy was kicking out of that. 1, 2, 3. Alpha Academy moves forward, and they're going on to face the Usos for the tag team titles. It's not at the Rumble, so I'm almost positive it's the following Monday, the Monday after the Rumble. Yeah, because Jay's in the Rumble. I don't know what's up with Jimmy. Jimmy ain't been on TV in like 3 weeks. Prayers up, and I'm hoping everything is good with him. But they just mentioned he had a family situation going on that's very vague. So I'm praying everything is all right with him. But we're going to close out this portion. And when we come back, we're going to be getting ready to close out on this episode. We got a couple of promos, and then we're going into the main event, which is AJ Styles taking on CM Punk, and it's for the WWE Championship. So I appreciate y'all for staying locked in. You ready for the Rumble? I'm ready, baby. We'll be right back. And we back. Let's fall right back over into it, yo. So after that incredible match, that tag team showing that they put on, we get a promo from Becky Lynch talking to Jackie Redmond, maybe? I don't think it was Kelly. I always get them mixed up. And it's not racist. Whatever. So she's talking about how, Maxine, whatever, is not no real competition. And she's not worried about Natty either, because Natty ain't even been around wrestling. Natty ain't been relevant since whenever. That's when the Kabuki Warriors woke up. And Kyrie is basically telling Becky, no one is ready for Asuka. And Asuka just sitting there stunting. And Becky like, look, I've been ready for Asuka, and I would have had Asuka beat if it wasn't for you the prior weeks. So all that you talking is yang yang, and I ain't trying to hear it. She didn't say yang yang. That came off kind of whatever. But no. Then Asuka say something and she walk off, and Kyrie is just like kind of staring at the IC title like she wants some of that. And Asuka yells, and Kyrie like, let me just go ahead and let me say it right now. Kyrie might be my WWE female actress of the year, and we just started. She doing work. She overtaking Lyra to me. The way that she is emoting, the emotion in her face and her movements with everything that's going on. When she turns on Asuka, that is going to be so satisfying. I can't wait for that. It's going to be crazy when it gets to that point. And it's not going to be soon. I'm maybe at the Rumble, because I don't want to see them wrestle at the Rumble, because if they do that match, it's most likely a starter match, meaning it starts off the pay-per-view. And I don't think it's that hot of a thing. You can have them wrestle. Let me see, who could the Kabuki Warriors wrestle? They could wrestle whoever. It really don't matter. They just need Kyrie to turn. I was trying to think of a good matchup for them, but Nia and Lash Legend, that would be a good showing. I'm trying to think who's not already in a storyline that will be able to fight against Asuka. I was thinking Maxine, but that wouldn't work. Anyway, we're gonna move forward. The Kabuki Warriors get up out of there after that. You get shots of AJ making his way. You get shots of AJ preparing for his match. Javon Evans comes through and he's talking with him. You get Adam Pearce and Stephanie backstage. Stephanie say, look, she wants Raquel, no more running, no more games, no more hiding. Pearce said, she's like, one condition, street fight. Pearce said, you want it, you got it. Next Monday Night Raw on Netflix, a Philadelphia street fight between Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Vaquer. Then we get a shot of the Vision backstage in they little corner, and they chilling. And they're trying to come up with a plan on what to do for the Rumble, because all of them in a Rumble, but all of them can't win. So what do? Logan Paul stands up and he begins to say, we need to move as a unit like we've been doing. The vision is what? We're a unit. We have one goal, one vision. And I think our one goal, our one vision should be allowing one of us to win the Rumble. And I think we need to make sure one of us wins. And I think the one person who needs to win is Braun Breaker. And Bronson says, I agree. And Austin Theory, I agree. So now we have a pact. The Vision has declared that one of their members will win the Rumble, and that one member will be Braun Breaker. So after that, we get CM Punk preparing to make his way to the ring. His music hits and he's making his entrance. Look in my eyes, what do you see? I caught a personality. I think he only gets 7 seconds of a song before it's copyright. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that's legit. We'll check it on editing. Can we check that on editing? Who am I talking to? Nobody? Because I do the editing. Jeez, I need a producer. So much work. After Punk makes his way to the ring, he's in the ring for a while because they do a commercial break. With the VPN, again, I state, come over here, camera. With the VPN, I was able to see footage that I would have missed otherwise if I didn't have it. So then we get AJ Styles making his way to the ring. And unbeknownst to myself, I'm not too much sure about everyone else. AJ Styles was solely the babyface. And once the men got into the ring and the introductions were given and they were able to see that, they took on them roles. Punk and AJ Styles. Punk and AJ Styles, a match that was never had. These two have never been in the ring together, at least not in WWE. I don't think they've ever faced off against each other, to be honest, but they haven't in WWE. This is a dream match. This is a match that Punk definitely wanted. This might be in his showcase for the new video game. The thing is, this match was given to us 10 years too late. This should have happened in 2016. CM Punk is a couple of steps slower than AJ Styles, which forced AJ to alter his wrestling ability. He had to slow his pace down. It was a very mat-based, hold-driven match to start off, which is expected. You want, two veterans filling each other out, so to speak, getting an idea of what the other one can do, testing their power, because this is the first time facing off. Punk is much slower in comparison, no disrespect. And I say this, no disrespect. It's only in comparison to AJ Styles. But you could blatantly see Punk calling spots in the ring. That was taking me out of it a little bit. I hate when that happens. I don't know if he was always known for that. What I know is I seen him 3 times easily call spots in his match, and it took me out of it. I had to stop paying him attention. And when it got back in AJ Styles' favor, when he got on top, so to say, I was locked back in because AJ's moving like lightning, especially compared to how Punk was. You get in the beginning, AJ teases the GTS, AJ gets up out of that. Or CM Punk teases the GTS, AJ gets up out of that. AJ goes for the calf crusher, CM Punk slides up out of that. He tries to lock in the Anaconda Vice, AJ escapes that. And this is all like in the first 5 minutes of the match. Like they're starting off hot, but they're pacing themselves. This main event came on with like 25 minutes left to go in the show. At one point, Punk reversed the Irish whip and AJ took a hard bump chest first into the corner. Punk got his swinging neck breaker in, threw AJ into the corner, hit the running knee into the bulldog, which is usually the setup for the GT. Instead, AJ comes through and hit a shining wizard, but AJ did not fall victim. He kicked out at 2. Punk goes to set up a GTS. AJ escapes that, and then he turns up. Flurry of punches and kicks. It's a slower pace match considering who's in it. Punk teased the GTS again in this match at some point. AJ gets up out of that. He hits his fireman carry neck breaker where he has him in the fireman carry. Then he flips him over, drops him on their neck breaker. He gets the 2 for that. They both are exhausted and you can see they're a little gassed. AJ follows Punk outside of the ring. Punk hits the GTS on Punk. Punk hits the GTS on AJ Styles outside of the ring. And AJ is out. He's knocked out. He's done. Punk can't pick him up to get him back in the ring, so Punk slides in the ring to try to pick up the count out victory. AJ is able to slide back in the ring on 9 to, keep the match going on. AJ is woozy. He barely has any energy. Punk tries to grab him. AJ reverses it into a Styles clash, but he only gets the 2. He heads to the apron on the outside, goes for the phenomenal forearm. Obviously, he wasn't that sore. He wasn't that hurt. He might have just been playing possum the whole time. The phenomenal forearm gets blocked. They back in the ring. They're trading blows back and forth for a good 45, 50 seconds. Just slugging, throwing them back, throwing them, giving them, throwing them, giving them, throwing them, giving them, throwing them. It slows down. AJ hits a Pele kick. They both fall to the ground, dead. Energy's out. They get the applause from the audience. This is awesome chants. They pick themselves back up. AJ goes for the Styles clash. Punk reverses. Punk try to go to the GTS. Punk try to go for the GTS. AJ grabs the top rope and pulls Punk into the corner. In doing so, out of nowhere, Finn Balor runs in and gets to putting boots to ass on CM Punk, stomping him out. The match is DQ. The ref calls for the whistle or call for the bell. It's over with. It's a DQ. Finn Balor putting in work on CM Punk, stomping him out. He takes him outside of the ring, throws him through the barricade. gets him back inside of the ring, hits him with not one, not four, but three coup de grace, hits him with not one, not four, but three coup de grace. And Ben is making a statement. We all thought he was preparing to go babyface, and it wasn't nothing like that. My boy went all the way over to the dark side. He Judgment Day for life, and ain't nothing gonna change that. And that's how the episode of Monday Night Raw ended. CM Punk stomped out, Finn Balor standing there tall as he could be. But that's what we got for the final Raw before the Rumble. Finn Balor might be in the Rumble now. If he's not in the Rumble, do Punk have a match that night? I don't think he do. As of now, I think it's just the Women's Rumble, Men's Rumble, AJ and Gunther. I don't know. I think I'll have to double check. But yes, we got through this episode of Raw. Finn Balor stands tall after destroying CM Punk. We'll see what this leads into. If this has any tie-ins to the Rumble for Saturday. It was a pretty average episode of Raw, in my opinion. Better than normal. Usually, they'll dial it in on the Go Home show and bank on a Rumble. But a little birdie told me we have a different producer producing a Rumble this year because the normal producer won't be able to make it for whatever reason. I forget the intricacies. I forget the intricacies of it, but yeah, so they say to be on the lookout for a different vibe, a different feel for the Rumble this year. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's like. With Saudi building a stadium and wrestlers getting full entrances, or at least some of them, this is going to be a spectacle. They're putting on a show, That's why I didn't want to miss it. So, with that being the last of the Raw, we're going to get ready and close this out. We're going to just do it like this. Look, if you like the episode or if you're rocking with the content, or if you have any ideas or you want to comment, you want to talk shit, hit me up. I'm available on Spotify, on Apple Music, on Google Podcasts. You can also catch me on TikTok under RONDOUGH01, as well on Snapchat, Parnell Shuttlesworth. If you know, you know. It's Parnell _Shuttlesworth. I don't really rock with Instagram like that, but I believe it's Parnell Shuttlesworth on there as well. What else do I got going on? I'm getting ready to try to. I'm gonna do the Royal Rumble predictions. I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna do that video in a bit where I predict who I think will be in the Rumble, where I predict who will be the final four, and who I predict as my winner. Do I think I'll be accurate? Who knows? Dirt sheets have 3 or 4 different people winning the Rumble. It could be Roman, could be Sammy, could be Braun. Fourth one escapes me right now, but yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it could go so many different ways right now. With Seth being injured, it changed up the format. And it's not even a bad thing. It's just what happened. So we'll know a lot more after the Rumble weekend what's going to be moving forward as far as with WWE on the road to WrestleMania. But I appreciate y'all hanging tight and holding on with me. I appreciate it so very much, man. Again, I've been dealing with a lot of technical difficulties, but I've been managing and getting it all lined up. You see the Tiffy Time shirt in the background? That's Tiffy Time. I've been trying to get everything put together in a fashion to make it seem more aesthetically pleasing when it comes for the podcast, along with trying to work and just live everyday life. No excuses, just got to get to it. As y'all see, I came in, I toughened up, took a couple shots and got right to it. It's a fun time. I love doing it, man. And I love the fact that y'all checking in for it. So y'all keep doing y'all part. I'm going to keep doing mine and we'll just rock out like that. But again, I'm going to get this Rumble prediction video did up. And for the Rumble, I was supposed to potentially meet up with my homeboy and we was going to watch it later on. I got to double check to make sure that's still going on. Cause do work. I'm supposed to work. We're gonna find out. I don't know. I'll check tomorrow because I might have Saturday off. And if I got off, that changes the whole scenario. Cause Saturday off with the Rumble coming on at 1 p.m. Yeah. Hot wing me early. Lemon pepper and Asian zing. Why not? Something like that. But anyway, I got to get some stuff going on. I got a lot to do tonight. I'm going to go ahead and cash this one out. I thank y'all for locking in with me for this time. And I would like to say thank you for locking in with us one more time. I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. You know who I am. It's me, Rondough, aka Parnell Shuttlesworth, aka your mom's homie, BKA Young Ash Ketchum. I gotta catch 'em all. FKA Mr. Big Stuff. And my pronoun is Black Matrix. Love y'all. I bid y'all adieu and good night. Keep it tight.